blah blah blah. Okay, is the voice working? Okay. Yes, it is. Very good. Alright, good. Alright. I will give you a complete rundown of how the Guiding Lands works. Once it loads. Alright. Stop me if you have any questions as I go. So, first thing to note is the region levels. Now I have mine locked, but by default they won't be locked. So here you can see the monsters that would be there if we were to go now. If we do a quest like any other quest, every time this will be different. So after every quest, you can check the map to see what monsters are there to see if the one you need is there. And then over here, you will see the loot level. Okay, I'll start over. So the first thing to make note of is the region levels. Mine is fixed, yours won't be by default. So right here you see the monsters that would show up if I were to deploy there now. If you do a quest anywhere else and then come back, this will change after every quest. So anytime you do any hunt, you can come back here and see what would be there. So these are the monsters that would appear. And this is the loot level of the regions. For bone piles and mining outcrops. So all of what the regions do is all the different regions in the Guiding Lands, anytime that you kill or capture a monster in one of the regions, it raises that region's level and will usually lower another region's level. Right now I know the coral and something else at 7, and I have it that way on purpose. Yeah, I got coral and volcanic at 7, and I have a reason for that. What are you fighting, Valhazak or Blackveil Valhazak? Let me know, because it kind of matters. Alright, Blackveil. So let's see. The best thing for you would probably to focus on the Rotted region. Earplug max. Do you mean the, charm for it? How do I change? I guess I can't. Alright. Let's see, earplugs. I don't know how far down the list it is. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Alright. So, yeah, whether you need Valhazak or Black Veil Valhazak, I'm pretty sure that the best place to do that will be the Rotted region. Let's see, what level do Elder Dragons start showing up? What's Black Veil? Where's regular? That's weird. No, if you think it's Black Veil, it's probably Black Veil. I mean, are you sure that you even need the guiding land material for it? I think that's strange. I also don't know why regular Valhazak isn't showing up. But I'm not sure about it, so... In any case, you just have to make sure that you level up the region. I should probably check the wiki. I'll do that later to confirm. So, you level up the region for what it needs to be at, and then here's the thing that you need to know how to do. Come here and talk to this lady right here. Go to Guiding Alchemy, and these are all the special tracks. So not even a track for regular, maybe regular things, and I was right, it only shows them the rotting region. So what you do is you go here, then you craft it using just guiding lands materials. They can be ones that you mine, or ones that you get from monster drops and cars and all that. So, like right here, it costs a lot for each of these, don't get me wrong. Then those would do that, then I would... I need more of these things. Then you would meld it, then you would make the special track. I don't want to waste any material, so I'm not doing that. So then you've made your special track, or maybe you already have the special track made, because you can find them while in the guiding lands. So what you would do is you would just go here, go to the guiding lands. That is actually a good question. I think you might be able to... Well, you know, when I was doing this, I think it was before before I was able to craft special tracks, so I'm not really sure what would happen now that you can just craft them. It used to be that you would have to get the region leveled up for it to show up, and then in order to get the tracks, now that you can make them, I'm not sure. So you know what's a good way to test that is, let's see, something that would show up here only at higher levels. Let's see, do I have any ruiners?
Oh, there you are.
Good, I do. Alright, we're gonna go to the guiding lanes, we're gonna test that. You could try Googling it, but you'd be surprised to how hard it is to find very specific answers despite Googling it, especially on a game that doesn't really get talked about anymore. Anyway, while we're loading in, I want to tell you about the mining levels. Mining levels work independently of the loot levels, the gathering levels. They are independent from the region levels. So you can have a region at level 1 and still gather up to level 7. What happens is that every time you gather from a bone pile or mine from a mining outcrop in a specific region, it gives you an item, you know, from it corresponding to the level, and then you get a little bit of EXP for it. If you just run around that same region collecting from bone piles and mining outcrops, they'll get bigger and bigger as they get to higher levels and give you better and better things until finally they hit level 7. A level 7 mining outcrop and bone pile in a region will be huge. It'll get you the top tier item, and then once you pick up the item, it will reset the loot levels back to 1, and then you have to run back around and get them again. But they work independently from the region levels. So if you need something from a region you only have level 1 at, you can just keep running around there and leveling up the loot levels. So that's how that works. I'd show you an example of that, but it would be a lot of running around. I'm not sure how worth the time it is. So you see that analysis progress there? The more tracks you pick up, turf war tracks you pick up, or as much as you kill, it fills those gauge. So like, one more of something will give me a random fanged wyvern, 3 more will give me a random flying wyvern, and like 5 more will give me another elder dragon. You can't do that. You cannot do that. When you fight in one region and level it up, it de-levels other regions. I have 2 regions at level 7. I'm not really sure how I did that. I just kept hunting in both of them so that other regions would fall faster than those 2. And then I locked it. You cannot get every region to level 7 because as you, like, as I fought more in the volcanic and coral regions, it dropped all these other regions more. So you can't do that, and that's why I have the regions locked. That way I can hunt freely while keeping this, because tempered monsters also show up. So like at level, I don't know, hold on, I don't fucking, well, at level something, a Silver Rathalos showed up, but I needed a Hyper Silver Rathalos, or Tempered Silver Rathalos, which is why I keep this at 7. I don't even see it on, there it is. I need my Silver Rathalos to be tempered, so I keep this region at level 7, because at lower levels, see, at level 6 it's regular, but I need it at level 7, that's why I keep my coral region level locked at 7. Yes, monsties. For this one, I forget why I have this one region locked. I think it might have been for tempered Rajang, unfortunately. Anyway, what you do is you come talk to your quest lady right here. You do lure out monster, and then you pick one of your special tracks to do. And we're going to test what you asked me before. Please hold all questions. Yep, so if you buy the track, you can lure it out to a region that you have underleveled. Because my current forest region is only at level 3, and it was going to let me call in a Ruiner Nergigante, which does not appear until level... Fuck, I don't even know, because it didn't even list it here. Probably level 5 and up. So yes, if you just buy yourself a bunch of Black Veil Valhazoks, it doesn't even matter what level you have the Oh. Well then, why do I need to make the tutorial if you already got a bunch of them? Do you just not know how to call them? You do it right here, lure out monster. Then you pick Valhazok. It can only be summoned in the rotted region. And then what you do is... I can say this, I can say one thing, just because you can call it no matter what. If your rotted region is only level 6, you're only going to go to regular. If you need the tempered part, you're probably going to need to get your rotted region to level 7. So it's still worth it for me to keep it locked here, because I still need tempered Silver Rathalos. Well then, yeah, that's how you do it. You talk to your quest lady, you do a lure out monster, but like I said, if you need a tempered monster, chances are you're going to have to get whatever the region is to level 7. And then, let's see if I can just, let's see if I remember my way around here, hold on. I'm going the wrong way. I kinda wish I could free ride monsters like you could in Rise. It makes getting around a bit faster. Where the fuck is the coral region? I know it's up. Gotta follow the water. Water leads to the coral region. Or rather, it flows from the coral region. I don't like Nargacuga. We're just gonna pretend he's not there. Yes, you do need to be the leader. If you join somebody else's guiding lands, you are at the mercy of whatever monster spawns in for them and whatever monster they spawns in. If you're joining somebody, you could always get lucky, or if you know them, you can ask them to call in a certain monster. More likely than not, what you're going to have to do is either keep hunting until the monster you want shows up, or do this and call in the specific special tracks. I am very lost right now. One of the camps is like right by the coral region. I did not start there. Oh, never mind, I was going the right way, wasn't I? Haha, I did it! I'm not directionally challenged. I'm very directionally challenged, don't listen to me. Let me come here. I think there's a fishing spot down here if you like to get some fishies. Fishing spot. I thought there was a bone pile down here, but maybe not. Here we go, some mining outcrop. So you see this really big one? So I'm gonna mine there. And nothing really happened. For regions that are small like this, you can really just comb the outskirts. See, here's a massive bone pile. Let's see, my coral region. So you see my coral region, everything is really high. I think that's the coral right there. Everything's really high in my coral region, so The hardest region is probably the forest one, just because it's big and multi-leveled. Basically, it's like the ancient forest map where it's all like big and annoying. In the Guiding Lands, everything stems off the forest region, pretty much. Oh, that was a bone pile. So I'll gather from here. Oh, 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 oh. Got something good. Leveling up my bones. And you would basically just keep doing that until it got to level 7 and then reset to level 1. Just keep going around, getting all the things. Cat in a box. Oh, I don't have to keep doing this if you gotta go to bed. Just tell me, was this helpful, and did you learn what you needed to learn? Was I able to help you figure out how to get your Valhazak to spawn? Yay, I'm glad. Happy human noises. If you ever needed to level a region, like say if you needed to get a tempered Valhazak to spawn, what I would suggest you do is turn in. I didn't even fucking do anything. Stupid game. Every time you leave the camp it counts. And here we go. If you needed to, say, level the coral, the rotted region in order to get a tempered Valhazak, this guy right here, Great Gyros, summon in and beat the ever-loving fuck shit out of a bunch of these guys. They are super weak. You call it in. I could probably kill one of these in like 5 to 10 minutes. They're so fucking weak. This is an easy one to level the forest region with. This will probably level Wildspire pretty fast. This one's pretty easy too. There's nothing really easy with the Tundra region. This levels the Coral region really fast. These guys are pretty weak, as well as these guys. Both of these I can kill in a couple minutes, probably. Let's see. That for the Rotted region. This could be called in both. He's a bit stronger, but he's not that much harder to beat. Kieran, because I know how much you love to torture yourself and me. Volcanic region, I would say Dodogama, because Dodogama is basically like a Techacabra, but with Blast Blight and way smaller. They're very weak and very easy to kill, and you also like never see them in the world story. I forget they exist all the time because there's not even anything important around them. Like every other monster in this game got some special story quests, and then Dodogama is just fucking there for no reason. Great Gyros is hard. Great Gyros is not hard. Do you really think Great Gyros is hard? Alright. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. This is gonna take a little bit of loading. I am going to show you how quickly and easily I can tear apart a Great Gyros. But I want to quit first because I wasted all the materials trying to make that earplug charm. And I'm not losing those materials. So if you can give me a little while longer, I'll show you how quickly I can obliterate a Great Gyros. I'm pretty sure this fucker is how I used to level the Router region. Fanged Wyverns are pretty easy in general. Tobidachi I hate because he jumps around a lot. And Dodogama can be dangerous, especially the black ones. That's not racist. That's the subspecies. Don't cancel me. But ones like Great Gyros and Great Jagras are like stupid fucking easy to kill. With either of them. If you really needed to, you could also throw on some anti-paralysis, which I'm not even going to bother doing, because it wouldn't even be worth it. What do you mean the final Toby form? You had never seen the Iceborne subspecies, the Viper Tobidachi? You're gonna have to be specific about what you're talking about then. Tobidachi isn't a Super Saiyan. Tobidachi doesn't have a form. He has an enraged state, but all monsters do that. All monsters go into an enraged state. That's not abnormal. You wanna know something funny about Dodogama? It's easier to fight in the Rotten Vale if you're fighting in the Rotted region. When you recruit small monsters to fight with you, you just have to be lucky if you get a Gyros. But what's funny about the Odogarans is that they are ridiculously weak to paralysis. And so if you have like a cat with a paralysis weapon, or even if you don't, if you are fighting the Rotten Vale and your cat recruits a Gyros, that Gyros will almost perpetually stun lock an Odogaran because its base attacks are paralysis. And so that fucker will just keep getting paralyzed, almost be stun locked. It's ridiculous how hilarious it is to watch. Definitely put on the right set. Yep, fluid resistance. Alright, Gildamarm, where are you at? Dodogama's a woman to fight with anything. That fucker is so pathetically weak. It's almost sad because he has zero story quests. Like every other monster, there's some special quest as part of the story to fight for some reason or another. The Dodogama never gets anything like that. He's just fucking there and does nothing. loser monster. So as you can see, I used my special track, and now he appeared on the map. And now we're gonna go poke him to death, because I'm a violent psychopath. I'm also too lazy to run there. Oh my god, we got a Gyros. Fuck you! What the fuck was what? You gotta be more specific. Keep in mind I'm gonna be hunting while watching the chat, so I'm gonna be a bit slower. Oh. I forget what it's called. It's the super rare endemic life from the Rotten Vale. There are some... Not a T-Rex, I hate my life, man. Fucking T-Rex. There are super rare endemic life in some of the regions, but there's two kind that are even rarer than everything else, and they're both small puffy birds. One of them is a white one that has the highest rate of spawning just by repeatedly rolling wild spider waste, and the black one shows up by doing the same thing but in the Rotten Vale. I actually have it, I can show it to you. I got most, if not all, of the base game's rare endemic lives either myself or by having someone help me find them. If I was using my glaive, I could probably cut his tail too, but I don't think I'm gonna have that many shots with my dual blades. Oh my god, a paralysis monster got paralyzed. Only lasts for a second, that's so fucking ironic. I think it's too late to start trying now. I've never once struggled with a Great Gyros fight. Oh my fucking god, look at this weak ass motherfucker. Give me your tail. got a head part from his tail. Because that just makes total sense in the Monster Hunter universe. Like sharpening a hammer. He's already limping. Let's let him have fucking false sense of security. Then I'm gonna run him into a wall and make him feel excruciating pain, because I can. Oh my fuck. Go away, T-Rex. I'm not here for you. I'm here to bully a great gear because I know that I can. And I was dead. Requiescat impasse bestedo. Those are always fun to do. See, now if my region level's a little bit higher, he might have had a chance to show up tempered, I'm not really sure. But we're not worrying about that because I don't really care. If you wanted to wait a handful more minutes, I could try and show you that endemic life creature, but otherwise, if you gotta go to bed, you gotta go to bed. It is past your bedtime. That's fine. I am going to go to my house and find the thing anyway. If you can't stay up to see it, then just go to bed, and you can rewatch this video tomorrow and skip to the end. I don't really care either way. I just thought I'd show you the thing. I forget what it's called. It took a while to make show up. The white ones are even harder. You have to start in a certain place in the Wildspire Wastes. Put on the... Okay. You gotta start in a certain place in the Wildspire Waste, put on the Gilly Mantle, then run to a place where the small monsters that you would hunt for meat would go, and then look away from them, and if you hear tweeting, then there are 5 little birds on the back. You actually have to catch them for an endemic life quest. You also have to catch a petricanth fish for endemic life fishing quests. I should have the little white birds out on display, and here you can see the little white birds. These are the little white birds. These are the ones you need to find for a quest. I don't think the black one is quest-based. I think my petricanth might be in the tank here. Those blue spotted things I'm pretty sure are my petricanths. I may as well look at it once. This is another rare one. That's the Wiggler Queen. That's a handsome coral bird, as opposed to a normal one. Here we go, downy crakes, and then this is the bristly crake. I have 3 of them? Jesus. I was busy back then, wasn't I? I used to actually care about this game. These are the bristly creeks. They got like kind of creepy red eyes. I don't know why. In order to find these in the Rotten Vale, they're easier to find, but in my opinion, it was harder to make them show up. There are two places in the Rotten Vale with moss wines. One of them is easier to get to, really. I don't even bother checking the lower area, I would just check the upper area. You put on the ghillie mantle, run to where the moss wine is, and there's a very, very low chance that one of these guys will be riding the moss wine. Don't ask me how I got 3 of them. I only remember catching the one. Dapper collar bird, this is the rare one, as opposed to the regular collar bird. This is another stupidly rare endemic life that somebody actually had to fucking find for me, because I could never get it to show up. I'm not sure if there's anything else rare here. Yeah, those are the regular ones. There are different kind of flies of varying rarities. Oh no, I have. Oh, there are certain rare gold endemic life that show up in the Caverns of El Dorado that you can only get during the. I always forget the name of that monster, but the big golden one. You can only get it during those quests. The rarest one is the weird snake one, and it's a mythological creature. I'm not even sure where it places. These things are freaking rare as fuck. Here we go, Chinoko, this wee little snake guy. He's stupidly rare that you can only find in the El Dorado caverns. What is the location that you fight? Culvtereth. The Culvtereth Cavern has gold bats, gold crabs, maybe gold something else, and then the Chikatinko snake thing, which is stupidly rare. It's a quote-unquote real thing. Hello. I've been talking this whole time, you can just watch the video later. Just telling you about all the different endemic types. It is time for us both it's time for you to go to bed. It's okay. We could admire my fishies. Silly Shroom. These are my fishies. That one right there is a super rare iceborne one from Hoarfrost Reach. You get a trophy for finding this one. Those are just petricants. Yeah, platinum fish, I think. I thought you'd like my fishies. These are my fishies. Say hello, fishies. I have some more fishies out here. I think I can feed them, yeah. Feed the fishies. Hi, fishies! Shroomy says hi. Say hi, fishies. Can we say hi, fishies? Hello, fishies. Hello. Ah. I used to be very busy in World. I barely touch it anymore. Other than hunting endemic life and trying to get the last few trophies, there's really nothing else for me here. Well, I hope I was able to help you with your Guiding Lanes experience, and I hope you will rewatch this and enjoy my little endemic life collection. And I hope you like my fishies. I wanted to show you all my fishies because I thought you'd really like them. I got the rare Iceborne one, I got the Petricanth, I got platinum fish, goldfish. The feck. I don't even want to know. And we got all kinds of fishies. From not very rare to very rare. Oh, these guys are cool. I think. I should put some of these guys in something. Sea Lord's Crestfish, that's a super rare Iceborne one. You know, I used to send my palicos out on the safaris, but I don't really bother anymore because there's no point to it. I think I have to go to the Alcoholics home base for that. Right here. These guys are all a bunch of alcoholics, by the way. I don't go there. I didn't know how. Alright, you go here. I don't know how else you can do it other than going here. I know how to, I just don't know what you really get from it. Cause like in Gen you can get special materials to make like that special greatsword and that special gun. I've made the gun, I don't think I made the greatsword. And then you can get scraps for things like the Death Stench set. Or maybe that's what I think you might be able to get the Death Stench materials from. You come here to the alcoholic base. You talk to someone here. Fuck if I remember who. This person right here.
Hello.
What are they gonna do? Deploy. And then I think you can choose palicos or just other people that you've played with. And then it's basically like Gen. You send them out to these places and they bring things back. So like, those rock ones will get me rocks and maybe like a scrap of something to make something else. The thing is, I've made all the layered armor, so I don't really need to do that. Like, one of the things that you would get scraps for in Gen would be to make the Death Stench armor, and I already have that here. There's actually no equipment box in this place, I don't think. Or maybe there's no eatery here. There should be an equipment box. Listen, I really hate it here. This is a terrible little place to be. And these people are all alcoholics, that's not even a joke. Yeah. There's my item box. I already got like all kinds of layered armor. This one famously comes from Palico Safaris. This one might have two in past games, I'm not sure. But you get all these from events now. This is a good set. Dark Souls looked fucker. I really like this one. This one pairs well with a certain dual blades I like. And then another set that I like is that Where's my Final Fantasy? There it is, Dratchen. I think I usually do, there's a Death Stench. Usually do that for the claw. Full color change to black. I like this set. This one pairs well with the Final Fantasy glaive. I think it looks cool. I think I might do something else for the arm. Usually I just forget what. Oh, there's the vampire set. The head literally just makes your eyes look like that. This is my Fatalis set that I have on. But I usually like to do my Latreon. Although I made the other Fatalis set as a mix set. Because I liked a couple of the pieces from it. I think I like the helmet better on this one. I like the waist. Just like this would be my Fatalis set if I were to wear Fatalis. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, you go sleepy. I just like showing off.